Welcome to Whisper Tales, where every whisper hides a nightmare. 99% of you guys are just watching but not subscribing. If you love spine-chilling horror stories that keep you up at night, then hit subscribe and join our dark journey, because the next tale might be about you.
Just one item. You never left. The text shimmered, then faded completely. "Time to clock in," she whispered, her voice now echoing 2 layers deep, like a doubled track. Rosa's voice called from inside the store. "Liam!" He bolted back inside. The doors stayed open, glass hissing behind him. Rosa looked worse. Pale, eyes dull. "They know," she said. "We didn't escape. We just delayed it." Liam grabbed her hand. "We're leaving. The real exit, back entrance, fire escape, anything." They ran through the aisles again. No whispers this time. No fog. But everything felt off. Cereal boxes rearranged into symbols. Mannequins posed like crucified figures, one aisle ending in a brick wall that wasn't there before. They reached the loading dock. The emergency exit was locked, but Liam found a crowbar near the tools section. He pried the bar into the latch, grunting. Then they heard it. The store music changed. Soft pop faded. In its place came an eerie tune, like a nursery rhyme played backward. The intercom crackled. A voice spoke. "Attention shoppers, a replacement is in progress. Please return to the mirror for final scanning." Rosa sobbed. "It's starting again." The crowbar bent. The latch snapped. The exit flung open. Beyond it was not a parking lot, but another Walmart. Identical layout, same displays, same flickering ceiling lights, but darker, stained, as if time had rotted it. "No," Rosa muttered. A shadow moved between shelves inside the other store. Another Liam, wearing his vest, smiling. "What if this is it?" she asked. "Every exit leads to another version. We're stuck in a loop of Walmarts." "No," Liam whispered. "There has to be an outside." They stepped through. The air changed immediately, colder, metallic. This version of the store was abandoned. Broken shelves, burned-out lights, shopping carts piled like bones. A thick layer of dust on everything. They moved quietly, staying low. A sign overhead read, "Shift never ends," in dripping red paint. They reached the electronics section. The TV wall was on. Every screen played themselves. But not in real time. Moments from earlier nights, alternate versions, possessed reflections walking like puppets. One screen showed Liam stabbing Rosa. Another showed Rosa crawling into the mirror voluntarily. "We're watching possibilities," Rosa said, voice shaking. "Versions of what could happen, or already did." Suddenly, all screens turned to static. Then a countdown appeared. "Mirror reboot 0005. A deep alarm began to pulse. 0004. "Liam," Rosa said. "They're resetting the loop. 003. They ran again. 002, down aisle 9, through the pet food, toward the back. 0001. They leapt behind the employee lockers, crawled through a cracked maintenance panel. 0000. The store shook. A low, inhuman moan rippled through the walls. Then silence. Liam peeked through the panel. The store was normal again. Not the burned version, not the fog version, just plain Walmart. "I think we made it," he whispered. Rosa grabbed his arm. "Shh!" They waited. Minutes passed. Then, footsteps. Heavy, wet, unnatural. A creature turned the corner. At first glance, it wore a vest, human shape. But then it bent backward, knees cracking in reverse. Its face opened sideways, revealing dozens of tiny mirror shards instead of teeth. Liam covered his mouth. It sniffed the air, stepped closer, then walked past. Gone. He exhaled. They crawled back out. "Let's find a way to the roof," Liam whispered. "Jump if we have to." They moved cautiously. The lights were flickering now, slowly dimming toward red. Then a voice came over the intercom again. This time, his voice. "Liam, you've been selected for permanent integration. Report to Mirror Checkpoint 3. Rosa gasped. A nearby mirror, decorative for sale, showed Liam's reflection smiling. Liam wasn't smiling. The reflection winked. "Run," he said. They bolted, reached the stairwell, climbed toward the roof, 3 floors up, but each floor looked different. One was underwater. Another looked like a hospital. The final one, an empty void. They stepped through the door and found the real roof. Open air, night sky. The moon was low, blood red, but it was real. They screamed into the cold wind, laughing, crying. Rosa leaned over the edge. "We can climb the awning, reach the side lot, and run." But Liam froze. Down in the parking lot was himself. Another Liam, walking with Officer Decker. Both smiling, both heading inside. "They're sending them in," Liam said. "To replace us. In the real world, Rosa gripped the edge. We didn't escape. We just bought time." Liam stared at the sky. No stars, just a blank red void. He whispered, "Where are we?" Rosa shook her head. "Still inside." Behind them, a mirror rose from the rooftop, taller than before. Its surface glowed with firelight. Inside, dozens of versions of them stared back, some dead, some screaming, some whispering, "Join us." The mirror pulsed. Time. 3:33 a.m. again. The loop wasn't broken. It had expanded. Liam turned to Rosa. "What if we go in?" he said. "What if the only way out is through?" Her eyes widened. "Into the mirror?" He nodded. "To find the source, the root store, the original reflection." Before she could reply, the mirror cracked. From within, arms began to reach out, pale, jointless, endless. They had seconds. "Together," Rosa said. Liam grabbed her hand, and they jumped into the mirror. Falling. That's what it felt like. Liam and Rosa didn't step through the mirror. They were pulled, their bodies stretched like taffy, their screams echoing in a tunnel of cracked glass and fluorescent lights. Then, silence. They landed hard on white tile. The air was warm. Still, no hum of machines, no buzz of overhead lights. They were inside another Walmart, but this one was perfect. Shelves fully stocked, no price tags, no employees, just white space, endless and sterile. Liam stood up. "Where are we?" Rosa brushed off dust that wasn't there. Memory, blueprint. This might be the first one. No customers, no signs, no exit. They moved carefully through the aisles. Each item seemed fake. Shampoo bottles with gibberish labels. Cereal boxes with no logos. Only pictures of blank faces eating nothing. They passed the checkout lanes. No registers. Just mirrors instead of conveyor belts. Long, polished slabs reflecting not them, but distorted versions in Walmart uniforms, heads tilted at impossible angles. Then, overhead, the announcement system spoke in a voice neither of them recognized. "Welcome to the original branch. All reflections must report to core." Liam whispered, "The core. That must be where it started." Rosa nodded, her eyes scanning for danger. "We find it, destroy it, or this cycle keeps resetting." They headed deeper. The aisles curved now, defying geometry, looping like a maze. Floor turned to mirror. Shelves floated in the air. Time bent. Clocks on the wall ticked backward. One showed 3:33 again. Always. In aisle 33 they found it. The mirror core. a massive orb of spinning glass, suspended above an altar of TVs. On every screen, other Walmarts, other lives, alternate selves, some screaming, some smiling, some burning alive. A figure stood beneath it, not a creature, not a reflection. A man in a dark blue manager's uniform, face made entirely of glass. When he turned to face them, Liam saw his own reflection in the man's surface, and Rosa saw herself too. He spoke, voice vibrating like feedback. "Welcome back, employees." Liam stepped forward. "What is this place?" The manager smiled, his glass face fracturing into 100 smaller ones. "The first store, the root system, before the buildings came, before the customers, there was this, built to serve something greater." Rosa said, "Why 3:33 a.m.? The manager's form flickered, then stabilized. "The hour of weakness, between dreams and death. The gate opens, and the shift begins." Behind the mirrors rose from the ground, dozens of them. Each showed Liam and Rosa, in alternate versions of their final moments. One where Rosa never entered the store, one where Liam stayed behind and aged to dust, one where they were replaced. Liam raised his crowbar. "End it. Shut it all down." The manager laughed. "You are already part of the system." He gestured toward the screens. A new image played, their current selves standing in front of him. Then, the core exploding. Then, black. Liam realized they were being shown a possibility, one they hadn't yet chosen. Rosa stepped forward. "You feed on time loops, on people reliving the same night until they forget who they are." "Exactly," said the manager. "And when they break, we replace them." Liam threw the crowbar. It struck the orb. A ripple of light burst out. The core vibrated. Mirrors cracked. Screams filled the air, voices from every version of themselves echoing from the glass. Rosa joined him, hurling a chair into the altar. The core began to collapse inward, sucking air and images with it. The manager's voice became a shriek of 1,000 people. "This is not the end!" Then silence. The mirrors shattered. The core imploded into a single, glowing dot and vanished. Darkness swallowed them. Light returned. Liam awoke on the floor of the break room. Fluorescent lights buzzed above. His name badge lay on the table beside him. He sat up. Rosa was gone. He checked the wall clock. 3:31 a.m. He sprinted out to the main floor. Normal store, shelves stocked. No flickering, no whispers. He found Rosa by the front entrance, staring out at the real parking lot. The moon looked normal. The wind moved the trees. "Is it over?" he asked. Rosa didn't look at him. "I don't know." They stepped outside. No doppelgängers. No loops. Just night air. Liam checked his phone. The date, Wednesday, June 4th. Not the same night. Time had moved forward. They walked through the lot, side by side. In the distance, dawn began to bleed over the horizon. Rosa looked at him. "If it starts again, we'll be ready," Liam said. They didn't look back. Inside the Walmart, near aisle 33, a single mirror remained, cracked, but not broken. Its surface pulsed once and went still.